The library is joining the city of Indianapolis in its sister city relationship with Hangzhou, China. This relationship will involve an exchange of books and materials and people to further cultural understanding. There's also a free public event on May 9th here at Central Library that will involve an exhibition of books, Chinese cuisine, and Chinese cultural performances. With us are Jessica Moore, the library's Immigrant Outreach Specialist, along with Jane Gelhausen, who's the Director of International and Cultural Affairs in the Office of Mayor Greg Ballard, and Sherry Dong, who's the President of the Indianapolis-Hangzhou Sister City Volunteer Committee. And it's a pleasure to have all of you with us today.
Thank you.
Sherry, let's talk with you first about Hangzhou, China.
Yeah.
Could you give our viewers an idea of where Hangzhou is located and why it's such a good fit for the city of Indianapolis?
The Hangzhou actually is the capital city of Zhejiang province, which is very near to Shanghai, the south of Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, actually you just need to take a 45 minutes train from Shanghai to Hangzhou, Hangzhou to Shanghai. We are very glad that Mayor Ballard chose Hangzhou as a partner city relationship with our Indianapolis. And I can see that Hangzhou actually is very famous for his the West Lake. It's very beauty city. And in Chinese old saying, above there is a heaven, and below there is Suzhou and Hangzhou. So you can guess how beautiful the city is.
Oh, yes.
And in fact, that our book exhibition title is The Reflection of the West Lake.
Yes, we'll talk about that book exhibit in a moment, but you must be very excited because you're kind of from that area, aren't you, originally?
Actually, I grown up in Shanghai, but I spent the honeymoon in Hangzhou.
Very special to you,
yes.
then.
The Hangzhou not only known for his beauty, but also his economic strength. And Hangzhou actually ranked second place in China as the provincial capitals in China. So it offers numerous opportunities for the collaborations in business. And they also see Indianapolis has a good foundation of the business, and as they are looking into focus to develop information and technology, life science, biotechnology, advanced manufacturing, and so on. So we see a very good fit for both cities in that regard.
We're excited here at the library to be part of it, and we'll learn so much more as the year goes on about Hangzhou and what we can do to bridge that cultural understanding.
Yeah,
Let's talk now with Jane Gelhausen, who's the Director of International and Cultural Affairs in the Office of Mayor Ballard. How did this relationship with Hangzhou get started? And I know it's not the only sister city relationship we have.
Exactly, yes. Mayor Ballard has doubled the number of sister cities for Indianapolis, and when he became mayor, he was very passionate about doing more to make Indianapolis more globally recognized. And he felt like the Sister City program was a natural way to expand those international relationships. And so he had identified 4 new countries that he wanted to establish sister cities in: China, India, UK, and Brazil. And then there was a committee, a leadership committee within the city that looked at different city possibilities within each of those countries, and they are the ones who selected Hangzhou.
Interesting. What would you say is the value of having a sister city relationship with any of these cities, but in this case, Hangzhou?
Well, I think the value of establishing a sister city relationship is that it's a natural connector of how a city can engage internationally. So actually from a cultural perspective and an educational perspective, which is our primary 2 objectives of a sister city relationship, it's just a very natural way to engage the entire community. For example, here with a library, but also with schools or really any entity within the city of Indianapolis. When they look for a place to start to connect internationally, when we have a sister city relationship, they say, let's start there. It's a great place to start when you have no idea where to start. We're very fortunate, related specifically with Hangzhou, is that it's the capital of the Zhejiang province. It's a really strong economic center and cultural center. And so actually I think the committee did a great job selecting Hangzhou because it's really a wonderful city in China.
No, we're excited, as I mentioned, and it takes us now down to the library's role in this. And Jessica Moore is the library's Immigrant Outreach Specialist. And Jessica, we have so much in the works, starting with a book exhibition and then a free public event on May 9th. I'll just let you start in talking about these exciting events.
Sure. We are extremely excited to be working both with the Hangzhou Sister City Committee and with the City of Indianapolis on this project. Everything kind of got started with a book donation where we here at the Indianapolis Public Library donated 100 books to the Hangzhou Public Library, and then that giving was also reciprocated, and that we are also the recipients of 100 books from Hangzhou Public Library that kind of feature kind of different things dealing with the culture and customs and things like that. And so we're actually going to have a book exhibition here at Central Library so that we can actually showcase those books, and then the public will be invited to also check some of those books out, and they'll be put into the collection. But it's an opportunity for them to learn more about our sister city relationship with Hangzhou. On May 9th, there actually is going to be a large public program, public reception first, that's going to feature some of the books that are going to be on display, but then also kind of an opportunity to kind of hear some music and kind of mingle just a little bit before a larger program at 7 o'clock includes auditorium here at Central. And then we're actually going to have various programs that are going to be in the auditorium, martial arts presentations, some singing, dancing, different presentations from some of our local Chinese community. So we are extremely excited and happy to be sharing this project with the larger community.
And that is a big event. It is free, and there's a public reception, as you mentioned, at 6 p.m. with the performances starting at 7 in the Clues Auditorium here at Central Library. Well, thank you all for joining us, and this is going to be an exciting venture for the library to be part of the city's initiative with the Sister City project in its entirety. And you can stay tuned and learn more about upcoming library events and the evolving relationship with Hangzhou, China by visiting our website at imcpl.org.